Hey, what's going on, everybody? PoodsterGaming here, and today we're back in X-Plane 10 doing another landing challenge. Now today's video is quite long, as you can tell, just under 20 minutes. So if you don't have the whole 20 minutes to watch this video, I will be putting timestamps in the description and in the comments down below. So they will link to 3 of the landings I do, and they will probably be around the short approach or the long final. So you get some of the approach and you get the whole landing. Now, the first landing today is going to be at Toncontin. This airport is very famous for its long approach, or very complicated approach, right in between the mountains, and at the very ending, doing a sharp turn, flying over parts of the city, and then banking down on a short runway. Now, I'm flying with the IXEG 737 for this. It's a very wonderful aircraft, and the sounds are just beautiful. Speaking of sounds, I am a little drowned out. My voice is a little bit quiet in this video. I do apologize for that, and this will be fixed from here on out no matter what from now on. Now, the next 2 landings you're going to see are going to be at people's home airports. The ones in England and ones in Canada. And since you guys put so many requests for home airports in the comments below last video, I will be doing 2 each video until they filter out. Now, don't worry, if your airport is not in this video, don't worry about it. They will be in a video for sure. So just keep an eye out for that and don't feel discouraged. Don't worry. I will get your airports at some point in time. Alright, that's enough of me blabbering on now. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Now once we hit this waypoint, not quite there yet, we will make our left turn, which will be right about now. Left turn. Did I say right turn? I don't know. I'm concentrating really hard right now.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
I might have overshot the runway.
500.
Son of a bitch. Oh god.
400.
Alright, going around.
300.
Now, as you saw, I've only done this once, or I had a practice run, but that was like a failure. Then I did one on recording. As you saw, let's bring the speed down to 180. And I think that maybe the fuel running low. No, that's not yet. As you saw, I did do one, but that was a go around. Big fail. Flaps 10. Coming down too fast again. It's hard to multitask and do it at the same time. This is why you have a captain and a first officer. One does all the flying, one does all the other stuff. Systems and all that checks. And sadly, I can't actually look to my left and see the airport. It's just too foggy to actually see the airport when it comes along. So it's just all guesswork at this time. Landing speed is 120 knots. We are super light, as you can tell. I did a short hop. Actually, let's bring the speed down a lot. Once we pass this waypoint, we'll go to flaps 15 with the gear down. Gear down, flaps 15. That's just a warning because my gear. When you go to flaps 15 on the 737 Classic, you gotta put your gear down. Otherwise, you have that warning. So that's why I was beeping. All right, let's bring it down to 146 knots. Gotta pitch the nose down more. Flaps are really kicking in. Alright, flaps full. I'm going to go manual from here on in. Landing speed is about 120. I'm going way too steep. Sorry. That's better. Landing speed is about 129, so I'm going to keep the throttle up still, just for this final approach. But once we get actually there, bring it down to 119. As soon as we hit this waypoint, we do an immediate left turn. Pretty gradual, not anything fancy. I cannot see the airport yet. If you saw on the wingtips, you can see wing vortices.
1,000.
Pretty dope. Alright. Making a left turn here. Slowing down just a little bit. Don't want to go too fast.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
500.
Sink rate.
400.
Sink rate.
Yeah, I'm a little high. I'm just
300.
bringing the nose down a little bit.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
200.
Sink rate. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Sink rate.
100.
Sink rate.
50. 40.
Sink rate.
30. 20. 10.
Alright, reverse is engaged. Speed brakes are max, or up. No, you're not. Woo-wee! Manual braking now. 50 knots, reverse is back. Reverse is de-engaged. Alright, we are down. Hard landing, but hey, this is Toncontin. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the pronunciation on that. But hey, you know what? Can't expect you to make a greasy landing. I'll show you a greasy landing in a couple of clips soon. But that is down. Let's turn it off. Get everything out of the way nice and quickly. Alright, speed brakes up. Flaps go up. Lane lights turn off. And then we have everything else. Strobes are off. Strobes are off. Engines are off. APU turning on. Alright guys, welcome to the airport. Just doing my quick little checks, you know, APU on and everything, because you gotta get the APU on when you park. And here we are, we made it. It's a rough landing. Yeah, it was very rough. But actually we'll see in the replay how rough it kind of was. We were a little bit high on approach, but hey, since that's my, I think, third try, the first time I screwed up so badly. The second time you guys saw, it was a missed approach. I was swinging way too wide at the airport, of the runway. And this time, we made it. The approach seemed pretty good to me. It's okay. I mean, everything could be fixed up. I'm not a real pilot. But it's all good. Any landing you can walk away from, and, you know, the airplane is all good. It's a good landing. Now the first one is a place called Lee on the Solent. It is on the south of England near Southampton and Gosport. This was requested by Warhammer Ash. Now this airport is very tiny. Warhammer Ash didn't give me a specific plane to fly, so I picked the Grand Caravan. I felt like it was a good choice. I mean, the airport is pretty small, the runway is not too bad, so I felt like it was a good idea to choose it. So let's go in the cockpit, unpause it, and let's get going. This plane actually is pretty loud. Let me lower it down. Oh. There we go, that's better. Alright. To menu. There's a runway just to our left. And let's bring back the power. And we're going to put probably one set of flap down, since we are in the white arc. And that's going to get us really going slow. And I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think this runway has PAPI lights. Yeah, no. Seems like we'd have no PAPI lights, so we're just gonna do it by our eyes, visualize it. the best way to, well, I have done a couple of real life flights, so the best way to kind of visualize if you're high or low is kind of look at your nose and then look a little bit up above that. And if it seems like you're like maybe a couple of inches off the front of the nose is going directly at the threshold of the air of the runway, then you're good to go. And that's exactly what you want. I'm going way too fast, so I'm going to bring the power all the way back and start dropping some flaps. I've noticed, you know, I've been used to flying a lot of jetliners, so this prop is going really slow. I can bring it down quite a lot. And it's full flaps, 80 knots. Let's bring up the power just a little bit. We don't need a stall. That would be a good idea to do. Now, Warhammer Ash, since you do live here, let me know how the scenery looks compared to real life. I mean, this is photoreal scenery, so it should look pretty good. It's not super high res. I don't have the beast computer to do that, but hopefully it looks pretty good. Coming down, that's past touchdown marks. We were a little high, but that's okay. It's a fair long runway. Touchdown. We do have the option for reverse thrust, but no need for that. I'll just do a slight little bit of braking down the ground. Alright, we're down. Fair enough landing, pretty easy. It's a beautiful landing, actually. There's an ocean right in front of us, so it's very nice. Excuse me. Here we go. Off the landing, flaps up, and we can just stop it here. All right, that's one landing down, and I'll be back with the next landing. Alrighty, guys, we're back for the last landing at someone's home airport. We're here located in St. John's International Airport. This was requested by Isaac. He has a really long name, but I'm not going to say the full thing. And it's really windy. If you look at my speed right now, let's arm everything. If you look at my speed right now, it is wobbling all over the place. I think the speed, the wind speed right now is maybe 15 to 20 nautical miles, 15, 20 knots. So it is gusting, and we're going to have a nice slow approach, actually. Really strong headwind. I do have the ILS in tune. As you can see, we are pretty good. I am high on the glide slope, so I'll bring it back down. I'll quickly go outside. Actually, not quite yet. But we are flying the WestJet 737 Classic. Although WestJet never had a Dash 300, we are just doing a fictional livery here. I'm going to go flaps 10, bring the speed to 170. Our VREF is 135. Although I might put a little more power into that because of this wind. It's a little nasty. I wish you could see my yoke right now. I'm just all over the place, yeah. Can't look down and fly, gotta look up. Bring the speed down a little bit more. I think I'm gonna go manual now. I go flaps 20. Sorry, flaps 15. Put this to VREF speed, which is about 135. Flaps 25, and we're only gonna go down to flaps 30. Flaps 40 is just way too much drag. No, it's not needed. I realized I got a little high on the glide slope there. I'll bring flaps 30 out now.
1,000.
Check. Let me quickly go to the window view. Yeah. Elevators are just going all over the place. This wind is pushing me like crazy, man. I'll show you guys the windsock soon, but it is blowing from the left side, so we have a slight crosswind as well. Low on the glide slope. Low on the glide slope. Caught me off guard there. Okay, now we're back down.
300. 200. 100.
And that random road in the middle of the runway. Nice.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Hold it, hold it. Oh my god, yes. Reverses, our speed brakes are up, reverses are engaged. Look at that, guys. 43 feet per minute. Look at that. Now that is what you call a greasy landing. Beauty. Alright, 70 knots. Bring the reversers out. And it's my brakes. Wow. What a landing. What a landing. I don't see any exit taxiways nearby, so I'm just going to stay put on the runway. And let me show you that replay. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am actually here in the B-25 Mitchell. Beautiful aircraft. Flies very well. Can actually drop bombs, and you can actually shoot from all the gunner spots. If I go out here, you can go the rear gunner, top gunner, or the front gunner. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had tons of fun making it. I hope you had tons of fun watching it. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.